gloves, we're slapping in hands. Popcorn and peanuts, we're working the stands. Pink cotton candy, love on a stick. He's chasing the deer that circle the lips. Play ball, play ball. Roll up the bases and smack it right over the wall.
Play ball.
Play ball.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Laughter Saves Lives, live here on Strong Island Television from Paradise Studios in beautiful downtown Massapequa, New York. Who's our sponsor, Roseanne?
Tonight's show is brought to you by Barasch and McGarry, lawyers for the 9/11 community.
Thank you, Michael Barasch. Big supporter.
Thank you, Michael.
Both ways. It goes both ways. I'm a big supporter of what
Yes.
he does, and he's a big supporter of what we do. Like I said, I went down and had lunch with him. We had a power lunch.
Oh, look at you having a power lunch.
Michael wore a beautiful suit. Johnny had a shorts and t-shirt.
I was going to say, were you wearing this?
Johnny had, yes, pretty much. And we went to this fancy club.
Did you have to get like one of the jackets that they give the schlubs who don't know how to dress?
No, I didn't have to because they said he's not coming in. So I didn't need,
They wouldn't even let you in.
Michael said, John, I'll be out in a half hour, So listen to this Stu Nod move. Just a Stu Nod move today. We had our new furniture delivered today for the basement. I finally got my new couch. If you remember the story,
where did you get the couch?
Raymore and Flanagan's is where we always go. It's not Bob's, but it's not really expensive. But we're in the middle. So
I'm in the market for a new couch. But go ahead.
Yeah, I take my nappies. I like to take my nappies down the basement. I don't like to be in bed during the day. I don't like that feeling. So I couldn't wait to get my couch. Anyway, wasn't delivered to 11 o'clock. But today I was going to go and do my blood work and fast. So now it's 11 o'clock and I haven't eaten. Furniture's delivered. I'm going to head on over to the lab, get my blood work done, continue my day. Okay? Hop in the car. The other day at Pickleball, they had a birthday. Remember?
Yes,
Happy birthday. And they gave me the cake. Take it home for the kids. I step in the car. The cake is there. I just start biting on the cake. And I was supposed to fast. Because you can't put food in. Like, I don't buy cake or cookies, but if it's there, I'm going to take a bite. What do they call that? Subconscious, like there's some term
glutton?
for that. No, I'm not a glutton. I'm not a glutton, but there's just some term for that. Little picture.
We can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
Well, that's I'm not even tempted by that stuff.
I don't buy dessert.
No, even if it's there.
Wait, just say hello to Patrick.
Oh, hey, Patrick.
Our biggest supporter from day one. Patrick, how you doing? He says it's Johnny Plug time. What does that mean? Why Pat Marone? I don't know. Why did he say that? So yeah, I'm not a glutton. But
no, but you have a sweet tooth.
I do. I have to have a piece of dark chocolate after every meal.
Well, that's good for you.
I was watching a show previous to ours over there. What is it called? Guilted Into It.
Yes.
With Roseanne and Bridget and your mom Judy and your sister
but
there.
Judy wasn't here today.
No, Judy was not.
Boo.
But you did some driving stories, and I don't know if I told you my pulled over by cop story in Florida. I had to go from a comedy show to a teaching gig, and I had to drive a number of hours, and it was dark, and it was late, and I had to pee, and I pulled behind a Wendy's, and I peed in the bushes, and as I came out, a cop pulled me over. And I go, holy crap, I'm going to get like lewd behavior,
public
indecent exposure. It's going to be on my record, So the cop pulls me over and he says, hey, John, because I gave my license, your taillight is out. Oh. So now at this point, I was drinking a lot of water, you know how you drink. So he goes, your taillight is out. So I go, oh, I'm sorry, it's a rental car. He goes, all right, when you bring it back, just tell him, John, hey, listen, have a nice day, enjoy your day. I said, yeah. I go, I've been drinking all day. And as it came out of my mouth, I go, water, I've been drinking water. And he goes, would you get out of here?
Oh, my God.
So it's amazing, because you're nervous. Just shut up.
Yeah.
Just shut up. He's letting you go.
You're lucky he didn't make you get out, do the field sobriety test.
Yeah, but what?
How about now? That's better, right? You can hear me?
Yes.
That's not better.
Okay. It's my fault because I've been having computer issues all day. We're having huge storms out here in Jersey.
Yes.
Roseanne and I talked about this. I wasn't able to get it to you, but Roseanne has something very cool coming up.
We
and
know we were going to put it up.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
Yes, we got it.
My mistake.
Put it up now, Bobby, since you mentioned it, please. Put it up. There it is. Now, that's my old high school. I didn't know you were doing this.
Yes. The Forest Hills High School, the Forest Hills Comic Con. It's hosted by the Forest Hills High School Comic Book Club in Forest Hills.
In Forest Hills.
Wow.
A nice high school. And if you walk in, you'll see my picture. It says citywide athlete 2000. No, it's not in there. No, it's no picture. There's no. I can't even fool you. You're like, no, I don't think so.
No.
But
yeah,
our Mets have not been doing well lately. But Friday night when they lost, Johnny LaRocchia hit a home run at Citi Field. $5.35 for a bottle of water. I brought in my own waters and paid 30 cents a bottle at Stop and Shop.
How did you sneak them in?
Don't have to. You bring a soft little cooler. You walk in, check your bag. They look through it. You only got water. $5.35 a bottle. I was selling mine at $2 a bottle.
You know what? I would have a bag with a false bottom because you know how I love my home run margaritas.
But you see, here's the deal. I don't want to do anything that would bring attention. I know. Listen, I'll buy the food in there. Even though I tailgated, I would buy the food in there. I'd buy a home run margarita.
I buy the home run margarita.
I'm not paying $5.50 for a bottle of water. Call me cheap.
No, that's ridiculous.
It makes me twitchy. I'd rather die of thirst.
Like I was saying before, $9.50 today for an egg sandwich and a coffee.
Come to my house. Come to Johnny's house in the morning. Sit right in the kitchen.
I was going to get my hair done. You didn't even notice. It looks
beautiful. You always look lovely. What's the difference? Your hair. Look at me. I showered again.
I washed those grays right out of my hair today.
You look gorgeous as always. Look at me. I showered. I shaved. Why do I shower and shave?
For me.
Not for Pat Marone's on tonight. Not when Rich Walker is co-hosting.
And
I look like a freaking
your
slob.
Hair back. It looks good.
Thank you, Roseanne.
You're welcome.
My daughter has never mentioned the word New York Knicks in her life. She calls me last night. She's at the Knicks game.
How'd she get
She's
there?
at Madison Square Garden, $1,200 tickets.
Is this Olivia?
No, it's Christina Marie, the one with the big mouth, not the little cute one. Christina Marie, I got the Knicks game. This is crazy. People are going nuts. And I'm like, it's just, her friend, boyfriend, guy, I guess probably obviously has a lot of money, bought the tickets. He had to work late, couldn't go. She calls my daughter and says, hey, you like the Knicks? You want to go to the game? My daughter's like, oh, yeah. I don't even think she knew it was a playoff game. Yeah, I get on the train. I'll meet you there. I immediately texted Les Deacon because he's a crazy, I go, my daughter's at the Knicks game.
Oh my God.
In Florida.
She was probably sitting on the floor. The floor seats.
Actually would have begged my daughter, let Les Deacon go. I mean, I would have loved to go, but a real Knicks fan, those are like once in a lifetime. It's like if the Mets were in the playoffs, Game 7, I'd give that ticket to Pat Marone. I wouldn't go. Just because he's sitting right over there on the couch. So when the new couch came today, very excited. Took my first nap. Beautiful. Love it. Yep, love it. Now,
throw pillows?
Oh, yeah. But I'm going to get that pillow you hide, like the comfy pillow that's ugly, because my wife is never going to leave that down there.
The comfy pillow?
That's all. Those throw pillows on the couch, they're not really for sleeping.
No, they're not.
I want to get like a nice little comfy pillow. I'll hide in one of the closets. Then when I want to take my nappy, oh, it's delicious. I'm getting old. It was so delicious. Now, here's the thing. When I go to bed at night, I realized last night, because I've added something to my repertoire here. I bought a pillow because of my knee pains, a pillow to put between my legs, my knees, so it's comfortable. All right?
Just gets hotter and hotter.
I should have said, like, pillow to put between my legs. No. So now here's when I get to bed. I put on more equipment than when I'm playing pickleball. I get that. I got the thing, the CPAP, the pillow between my legs. I have a CPAP. I don't need it. I just enjoy using it.
Okay.
So Mother's Day. I bought you a flower. $1.50. Stop and Shop.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Of course, you told me you better buy me a flower.
Is this a perennial or an annual?
Yes, both. It goes perennially, annually.
Okay.
I know that you're moving and you have no garden, so I don't know what the frig you're
I'm going to put it in a little pot.
There you go. It's in a little pot.
A different pot. A decorative pot.
That's decorative.
It's decorative.
You
No,
can
but
put
it's
little,
going to outgrow it.
All right.
It needs more room.
All right, very good. Well, happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
Two beautiful, have 2 children.
Two
Beautiful, and
yeah.
one on the way.
And we had an engagement this weekend.
And Roseanne has one on the way.
That would be
You missed that.
a freaking miracle.
Well, and we made the announcement last week. If you missed it, that I am Bridget's father, right?
That's right.
If you missed that, Roseanne was surprised. In
yes,
fact,
I was.
But, and Bridget too. So was my wife. My wife very surprised.
Very surprised.
But very excited. She has the birthday. Very excited to have another daughter. My wife said, daughter, whatever you call stepdaughter. Very excited. My wife. She has for the birthday, and there'll be gifts.
There'll be gifts. Yeah, all right, then we're in. We're all about the gifts.
So I was deciding down the basement, recliner or chair and thing you put your feet on.
Ottoman.
Ottoman. Do some people call them hassocks? Is that like an old?
Yeah, it's old.
Grandma term?
That's like it's usually covered in
what
plastic.
What are you laughing at? You called it a hassock 50 years ago. So
now it's an ottoman.
It's an ottoman. So I was thinking of words that. What are words that we don't use or different words? What did you call? Where did you grow up?
Long Island.
So what did you call the steps in front of your house? Did you have steps? Like to get out of the house?
I had a porch, but it's called a stoop.
A stoop. Okay, that's what we called it, right? A stoop.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what do you call the area between your front door, if you have this, and the inner door?
The vestibule?
Yeah, vestibule, right?
Some people say foyer.
Well, it depends on the house.
Yes.
If you walked into my house, there's no foyer.
No, it's a vestibule.
There's not even a vestibule.
No, not
there's
even.
There's no vestibule. No. The door opens right into the living room. I'm sitting there in my undies. That's what I hate. My front door opens right. Nobody uses my front door. They use the kitchen door. But my door opens right into the living room. So you can't. Sometimes my wife will leave it open and like the screen. I go, somebody come up and look right in and see me sitting there.
Who's
you know,
looking?
And nobody. But it's just a thing. It's just a thing. You know,
it's a thing. Somebody might be lurking in the bushes, right?
Yeah. All right. Why don't we? Hey, Bobby. Why don't we get the ball? Why don't we talk pickleball? Throw it to Pat. Throw. Pada bing! It's our pickleball segment. Good catch by Pat Marone off camera. Laughter saves lives. I told you the week before last we went 5-0, which moved us into the top 5 teams in the league, which means we have to play the top 4 teams because we're the 5th. Ooh. So we knew we were going to get our tushes kicked this week. I was very happy. We were competitive. We went 1-4, but very competitive. But one of the teams that beat us was the team Pickle Pukes, I think they're called, Pickle Punks, with Christina Romano. And she actually wanted to zoom in, stream you on in tonight, and just tell us how stinky we are. Christina!
Hi.
Yes. Hello, Christina. How are you?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Great.
She got more applause than I did. Good to see you tonight.
Good to see you too.
So last season you were in the league with another partner.
Yes.
Another gal, right?
Yes, we were.
Just like Hasek, I still say gal.
Gal.
Right?
Yeah.
And look at isn't she a beautiful girl?
Yes.
Very
absolutely.
Sweet.
Oh, stop it.
Don't
Stop
get
it.
on the pickleball court.
She's a beast.
She turns into a beast. Look, she's smiling before. Hey, John, we're gonna play each other. Oh, I like playing you. Ah! Right? She's out there smashing it. If she doesn't get the points, she's getting like a little mad. And I go, oh my God, I better not beat this chick. So we played their team this week, and she actually benched herself against us.
I did.
Said, we're gonna really kill him if I play. You know,
I was just too intimidated by you. That's why I had to take myself out of the game.
Yeah, I know.
See what I'm saying?
It's the shorts, right?
And but we were competitive against your team. I think it was 11-7 or 11-8, something like that. I was very proud that we hung with you guys, because it's not all about winning. And the reason I say that is because we lose. We lose. That's why I say it's not all about winning. No, we're 10-5 this year, but pickleball, I love pickleball because it brings people. I would have never met Christina. I would have never met some of the people in the league, different professions, whatever.
Yeah.
But we come together at night. And what I also like about it is playing against people like Christina. You still have that little competitive inside you that, I want to win, in a fun way. in a fun way.
Well, that's nice. That's good for you because I'm still at the point where I get the pity looks. They're like, "Oh, look at her trying to play pickleball. She's cute."
Yeah, and
No, we don't judge here. We judge John, but we don't judge anybody else. We don't. That's it.
but it's been so much fun playing you. So how long have you been playing?
Not that long. We just picked it up last summer, and then we joined the league. I think back in January when we first started playing you guys. So it's just been a couple months for us.
Now my new look. I'm sure you noticed my new look with my stretchy knee things that go up to my thigh.
It's very intimidating. It's very intimidating.
Right?
Like I said, that's why I benched myself on Monday. I saw the knee pads and I was like, I'm out.
He's ready. Yeah,
got it.
And full circle night, Forest Hills High School. When I was the number one pitcher on the team, when I would pitch, I wouldn't shave for 3 days before to look a little mean. The other night, I didn't shave. And Christina maybe got a little intimidated.
Maybe. You looked mean. She was like, "Ooh, oof."
Yeah. Well, thank you for coming on. If you had to give me one pointer before you go.
One pointer.
With my pickleball game that you've noticed. Don't say quit.
I'm not going to say quit. I would say more knee pads. That would be my
knee pads.
Maybe an elbow brace. I don't know.
Oh my goodness, I'm old. I am so
Protect
old.
yourself. Protect yourself. That's my
I think I might be the top 4 in age in the league. Would you think the top 4?
Yeah, I would put you there.
You're not supposed to say that.
You might be the oldest.
No, I'm not the oldest. No. Well, Christina, thank you for coming on tonight. We're going to have you come in another night a little longer, but you did this last
Sounds good.
It's a pleasure knowing you and playing against you, and we'll probably play you this week again.
So
I hope so.
For some reason, I don't know why.
I'll just wave to you from court 7.
Court 7.
Okay, I'll see you on court 3.
All right, thanks, Christina. We're going to go to break, and we're going to bring out Chef Pat Marone.
If you spent time downtown on 9/11 or in the 8 months after, you were exposed to toxic air and may be eligible for compensation from the $10 billion 9/11 Victim Fund. But most people who qualify still haven't claimed what they're entitled to.
I worked downtown. I didn't die. I was an office worker. I felt like there were others who deserved the money more than I did.
A major reason people haven't claimed the money they're due is guilt. They feel guilty claiming funds when others died or were first responders.
I heard there were 9/11 funds, but because I wasn't a first responder, I did not apply.
You do not have to be a first responder to qualify. This fund was created for everyone who worked, lived, or attended school south of Canal Street, who may have experienced or have experienced respiratory illness or any of the 68 cancers linked to the toxins. Even if you have a family history of cancer, there is a presumption linking most cancers to the toxins.
I thought it was too late to make a claim. My spouse worked downtown at a bank and died of cancer. Honestly, I just haven't felt up to it.
The government's $10 billion Victim Fund and Health Program have been permanently extended. You just need to have been below Canal Street on 9/11 or at any time in the following 8 months. To see if you qualify, call or go to 911fund.com to speak to a representative of Barasch and McGarry, lawyers for the 9/11 community.
There are many reasons people who are eligible for compensation are not stepping up to claim it. To those who are holding back, I would say just take the first step. Ask for help. Make the call. It's not too late.
I called and I qualified.
I qualify.
I qualify.
Millions of dollars remain unclaimed. You do not have to be seriously ill to qualify.
Videos. That's a big one. We have on my old friend, Chef Pat Marone.
Now I'm an old friend. How old you are in the pickleball? They call me an old friend, huh?
Talk about me looking
Listen,
old.
you had me at chef.
Yes.
Well, all right.
I was going to say, you talk about me looking old. Get a load of this on the other side of the table.
Yeah, all right.
This guy is unbelievable.
Look at me, surrounded by handsome Italian men.
See
that?
I
So
feel
lucky.
like
So lucky.
You feel
We
like
could have had Rich
you're in
Walker.
trouble.
I thought of a lot of things, and I said none of it's going to come out the way I'm intending it, so I'm
That's
just
all
going to
right.
shut up.
Yeah, you can't win with Mr. Pat. He's very witty, Pat.
Well, Rich Walker is always fun to have.
Rich Walker, I love when Rich Walker's not on. Pat McDonald, how you doing,
Rich
Patty?
Walker be going, John, you should have.
He says, Rich Walker says, you should let me talk.
Yeah. Well, everybody says that.
All right, listen. John, I want to get to you here a second.
Okay, well,
all right, so Pat,
I got one thing I got to compliment you on.
Yes.
You've been a little more calm. I never seen you this calm. You usually, like, I watched the whole program in the beginning.
Yeah.
You're usually stuttering and mumbling words, and you know, you did really good tonight. You didn't mess up one word, so I gotta clap for that. Very good.
I'm glad you brought that up.
You're very more relaxed and refined now.
My hassock.
I must be all the stage time you got sitting. I think Roseanne did it for you.
Nobody books me anymore. I'm not doing.
No, but I think Roseanne brings that calmness.
Roseanne is just delicious. She's just a wonderful co-host.
She is,
and
she adds to your show.
So happy when Richie calls me and goes, "I can't make it." Now, Patty, you know, Patty's a hero of mine. He is. Patty works with the elderly, and I'm one of the elderly now. Yeah. I'm getting up there.
We're getting ready for
Patty works in a, I keep saying assisted care facility.
It's assisted living facility.
Assisted living facility.
Facility in Glen Cove.
He works with the seniors. I've said this many times. He's got to be a special person that works with the seniors. Patty doesn't just cook and stay in the kitchen and do his thing and leave. He comes out, he talks to them. They love him. He does special things on the holidays. So, you know, we have our next segment is a doctor who saves lives. We're going to put Patty on that same level.
No, don't put Patty on that.
Well,
I was so far from.
Listen, what's the name of this assisted living? Because if you're cooking there, I might want to come and move in.
Yeah,
the Regency at Glen Cove.
Oh, give it a little plug.
I've been there for 20 years. Yeah,
20 years he's been there. Yeah. 4 people have only got sick over 20 years. That is not bad for Pat's cooking.
And that was just last week alone.
Let me ask you a question. Are you in charge of like ordering the food and like
everything?
So
hiring,
you're
firing,
getting quality food.
Yes.
It's not like this slop they serve you in other places.
No, you get quality food.
What other places are you referring to, Roseanne? That this slop?
Well, like, you know, you ever like my aunt was just in a rehab and they brought her chicken francais and it looked like.
No, Patty doesn't do that.
It was gross.
Now we're going to make a big announcement tonight, right, Pat? You ready for the big announcement? Or
ready? Announcement?
You're coming out of the closet?
That's on next week's show.
Oh.
This week's show, we're making the big announcement. Now, we're having our almost gala. Please put it on your calendar, 11/22.
11/22.
Are you guys having a garage sale here?
Eric Proctor is going to do some stripping that night, by the way. Did you notice? Eric Proctor, he's going to do some stripping.
Is that how we got his nickname, Watermelon?
That's how we're getting a lot of ladies
bring
to come.
dollar bills.
A lot of ladies there. Bring $10 bills. $10 bills.
As long as I'm not stripping, you're going to get a lot of people there.
Yes, we'd have to give the money back. Yeah. But the big announcement tonight, we're so excited for the gala. Pat Marone is making his meatballs.
Woo!
Holy crap.
That's worth it alone.
That's
right
worth
there.
The admission alone. Now, Patty, I wanted to ask you, when you make your meatballs, do you have a secret ingredient that you can share?
Yes. I have a secret ingredient.
What is that?
Actually, I have a video online.
Oh, the video. He wants
to
show
do one of the ingredients that I came up with years ago.
Yes.
We worked in the kitchen and may rest in peace, Yogi was his name. Was his nickname, but we worked together. It was his restaurant. And when we were making meatballs one day, we started experimenting with tomato sauce inside it instead of putting like milk or water and everything. So tomato sauce is my secret. Do
you use eggs and tomato sauce?
I use everything basic. I use
eggs.
So
you mix your meat with the tomato sauce?
Yeah, as well, like fresh, like crushed tomato.
Oh, right, nice.
But it, just like if you make a meatloaf, you put ketchup in it or something like that. But the tomatoes we put in there, tomato sauce, whatever you want to call it, because gives it a little more flavor. And when I put garlic and onions in it, I don't put it in raw. I saute it up first.
Okay, I put it in raw.
Because the garlic could be a little stronger, but you get a little of the sweetness out of the onions and the garlic.
So what we like to do is we should have time at the end. We're gonna show the video at the end later. Because I want to make sure we have time for the guests, and then we'll come back. If we have time, we're going to show Pat's meatballs.
Do we have a picture of the meatballs?
If you show a picture,
I have pictures, but
okay.
I didn't bring them with me.
And the funny story
What's
is,
the matter? You're going to have to eat meatballs if you see the picture?
because that's the one thing. If they're in my fridge, if they're
You know-
in my bed, I can't sleep.
You know, I'm going to tell you
meatballs.
one quick story because John is
do not.
got to get other guests on. You guys got to get other guests on. We did a gala in Babylon, and for veterans, it was veterans. All those galas have veterans, and it was a veteran VFW hall.
Beautiful.
And we had extra meatballs.
We
left
had a
over.
lot left.
Yeah.
So
So
Laroki is going to be
John
meatballs
was
for weeks.
eyeing them up, and I didn't realize, and he was figuring he's going to hog them up and take them home with him, and have meatball
Open the
heroes and
car.
midnight snacks and everything.
Mm.
said,
And I took it upon myself to take it, and I gave it to all the veterans at the bar. I made up little things, and John was so pissed.
Are you listening to this?
He
He
was
gave
so
it to the
pissed off.
guys who
He
served
didn't
our
He
country,
didn't even save you one.
who went overseas
Well,
and
he ate
fought for
about-
our country instead of Stu here. No,
You ate
Patty
about
goes,
10 of them that night, but these guys fought for our country.
Pat had
right.
3 trays left. I said, give the veterans 2.5 trays. Give Laroki a
2.5.
half. Patty, the trunk is open. Come on. So I went into the bar and I saw the trays there. Hey, guys, you guys got to use these meatballs? See, there's a lot of meatballs. A lot of meatballs. I don't know if you can eat all. Oh, no, guys will eat them. Nah, I can't eat all of them. No, yeah.
I love meatballs, but my favorite is the next day, cold,
Ooh,
slice them
nice.
up
Do it.
on white bread.
Do you ever put ketchup on? No, that's
Never.
meatball.
Oh,
No.
you?
You don't heat them up, though?
No, my mother used to send me to
Ooh.
school with it, and kids were like, "What's that?" I'm like, "That's a meatball sandwich," and they're like, "Cold," and I'm like,
I'm sure your mother made great meatballs too.
"She does."
See,
Yeah.
that's
So
the whole
that
thing
was
about meatballs. Everybody, there's so many people that make
Different
great
ways.
meatballs. No, but there's
I like
you know, it's, you
I
know,
like a breadcrummy meatball, even though they do that in the restaurants to save money. I like a soft meatball like
I
that.
think I heard that you like a soft meatball.
Hello.
But pork veal
I
and
told you
beef.
that's
Pork
what-
veal and beef is the
That's
whole
what I
thing.
do. But I
Yeah,
do a
yeah.
little breadcrumb, not a lot though.
I put a lot of cheese.
My wife puts
And I put
stale
the-
Italian bread.
I put the seasoned Italian breadcrumb. Sometimes I put it. It gives it a
Mhm.
little flavor.
What about cheese?
I put a lot of fresh
Cheese?
parsley, a little fresh basil. I put 2 types of cheese in. I put pecorino and I put parmesan in.
What about provolone? Little provolone.
You could do that.
Just a
And,
little
you know, I know
Do
people
whatever
used
you
to, I
want.
know people used to put raisins and pinoles in their meatballs.
Oh,
Hold
no.
on, I'm not sticking no pinoli in my meatball, mister.
Well, you put your pinole in a lot of places. Not in a
Meatballs.
Not in a meatball.
Oh, you're good.
At $80 for 22 pounds, I don't think you want to put your pinole in.
No.
No.
But so that's the big announcement. 11/22. Put it on your calendar. It's going to be
The
a great
almost
night.
gala. It's 70s theme. Bring your 70s wear. I already got my outfit
I'm gonna be
picked out.
But I'm going to be on the show too. You know?
Well, we'll see.
That's a bigger announcement. You said I was on the show. You told me.
We'll see. We'll see. I like to have a lot of people on the show because it's a great night. It's a night filled with love. We're going to be honoring, by the
Love and
way,
All the
laughter.
galas I did for you, and I know, you know, at least they give me a spot.
Yeah, we'll
There
both-
he
we'll
is.
both
Look
walk
at him.
Oh, there it is. There's the flyer. Look at me. I'm looking good there, right?
Yes.
All right.
Stay
That's John
alive.
Travolta's body
Stay
from
alive.
1980. So it's going to be a great night. Buy tickets. We're looking for sponsors. We're looking for quality raffles. Don't give me one shoe. Don't give me one slice of pizza. You know, give me a decent raffle that we can make some money on. So, not that I'm sounding selfish there. I guess I am, huh?
Fantastic.
All right, so let's do this. We're going to have Pat come back later. Hopefully, we'll have time to show the video. All right, Patty, with the meatballs. We're going to go to break, and we're going to bring back Eric Proctor, who has a really cool story to tell us about a trip he was
Ooh.
on.
All right.
We'll be back.
Hi, I'm Arthur Lee, founder, CEO, and inventor of LifeVac, a simple rescue device that can save a child's life in a choking emergency. All these people were saved with LifeVac. People may not realize that on average, 14 people a day die from choking-related incidents. Every 5 days, one of those is a child. As simple as place, push, pull.
To learn more, please visit lifevac.net.
When disaster strikes, call Bullifus Restorations, Long Island's leader in all property damage restoration. We provide fire, water, mold, and soot cleanups with hands-on expertise. Our 24/7 rapid response ensures the smoothest and fastest path back to normal. We'll coordinate the entire process from cleanup to repairs, even help filing your insurance claim. We're insurance claims specialists and are committed to getting you back to pre-loss condition. Bullifus Restorations, the disaster experts you can trust.
And we're back with
Here we
Laughter Saves
are.
Live It's Troy on television, I speak with New York. And we have on our another old friend. Now, when I say old friend, I don't mean he's old. Well, Pat, I meant he's old. But Eric, I don't mean he's old. Look at this stud. Eric Proctor is here. He is, I met him at the Greenlawn Fire Department. You still remember? Greenlawn Fire Department. He's an EMT. Are you a paramedic?
I'm an advanced EMT, so it's low-level advanced life support. So
okay, advanced EMT, wow. Which is, and he did some volunteering, and then I'm watching this guy jump out of planes. What other crazy things have you done? You jumped out of planes. You didn't jump off any cliffs, did you?
I've done bridges.
Bridges?
Yeah, base jumping off of bridges in Idaho. Hot air balloons in Pennsylvania. Helicopters in New Jersey. If it flies,
you're jumping out of it?
Jumping out of it.
Wow.
That's weird.
I jumped into my pool. I jumped into my pool from my deck.
That's about high board?
That's about it. No. Very low board.
Lucky I could jump off the bottom step.
You could find me in Eisenhower Park in the big pool. They have the different diving things. On one end of the pool, the other end is where the senior citizens swim.
That's where you are?
That's where I am. But it's not only that. Most of them are doing rehab, so they got to go in the water. So they're walking, talking, right? And I'm there running because I can't swim. So I'm running in the water. I'm paddling backwards. I'm
splashing. They're getting mad.
Anything I can do to get the heart rate up. I look insane. So I'm very impressed with you always. You're one of my heroes. Everything you do with the medical field, it's not easy what you do. Stop! Don't shake your head.
But wait, before you go on, I just have to know.
Yeah.
What is it about objects in the air that you say, yeah, I want to jump out of that?
Yeah.
It's relaxing.
Oh,
is
really?
It? Oh.
It's peaceful up there.
Oh, my God. I wouldn't be able to sleep. I wouldn't be able to sleep for days before doing something. Do you want to jump out of a plane?
No. First of all.
Would you push me out of a plane?
I would push you out of a plane. But I always thought about when people are jumping out of an airplane, I'm like, you know how you're attached to somebody, right? That's the only way you get me out of the plane. There's no way. I don't think I could physically make my body go. Somebody would have to be like, we're going. And that's how it happens.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's exhilarating, but I'm
thinking the bravest thing that I would want to do, I think, is whitewater rafting, but it would have to be like no rapids.
Coming from a guy who used to run into many buildings.
That's floating in a pool.
Yeah.
But floating in a pool with no rapids.
Yes, I'm a little bit. Well, I have a really chubby guy jump in the water. But running into fires, when I was in the academy, I got into the academy and I worked out or whatever. Nobody told me that we have to run into buildings. I thought they shoot the hose through the windows. So when I got to my first fire and the captain said, all right, gear up, we're going in. I'm like, we're going in. So that was my exposure there. I wasn't too brave. But all right. So now recently you hooked up with a wonderful organization.
Yes.
And did something really cool. We'll bring the doc out in 30 seconds, but just how did you get affiliated with this and what was it all about?
So my girlfriend works at Peconic Bay Medical Center and meets this team of doctors and then moves on to another job at Glen Cove. And she gets contacted from Dr. Cervone at Peconic Bay Medical Center.
Okay.
And he says, hey, for the past 10 years, I've been going down to El Salvador and helping this community that has zero access to healthcare.
No access at all.
No access at all. And they have a volunteer clinic and they go down there for like about a week to 12 days, depending on the year, and do pro bono surgery and fix all sorts of problems.
Now, are there other teams that go and fill other spots, or is it just this is it all?
That we're the only team that goes there for the year. So they have local village
clinics,
doctors and nurses that come, but they're not able to provide anything on the level that Peconic Bay's team is able to bring down there. So
how many?
What kind of surgeries?
How many surgeries? What kind did they? Well, can we bring the doc out now?
Let's bring in the expert.
Let me look at my notes here so I pronounce his name.
Here.
Thank you, Dr. Matney. If you can read it, I can. Hello, Doc.
Hey guys.
I'm old because when I was a kid, it was like I thought doctors they were all like old. Look at this freaking guy. Could be a model, right?
He's a stud.
And he's a stud, and he's going down, and he's doing great work. So tell us a little bit about this program and how many surgeries you did.
Yeah, so Eric hit it on the nail, but he this medical center was built by this guy that was saved by a surgeon in the United States. And this surgeon was from El Salvador. And so they built this incredible medical center to provide care to all these locals and some of the poor communities. But yeah, we did about over 100 surgeries or procedures on about 90 patients in the 5 days that we were there.
Was your teams doing more than one at a time, Doc, or was that all one at a time?
What's that? The procedure?
More than two surgeries taking place at the same time, or was
Yeah, we had 2 rooms running at the same time, so we had multiple surgeries every day, and we did about the 90 surgeries, which is about what the one surgeon at that hospital would do in about a year. So
what's the most common surgery that you find you have to do there?
Probably hernia, any type of hernia procedure. Yeah.
What about equipment? You guys had to bring all your own equipment?
So over the last 10 years, we've donated a bunch of equipment and they recycle it. It can be autoclaved and cleaned, and we can reuse it throughout the years.
I'm a little hesitant to ask, but the guy next to us over here is a daredevil. He didn't say like, let me do one. Doc, let me hop in there, take a break. Let me do a surgery here.
So Eric's a jack of all trades, and he got to assist in some surgeries, and he did a phenomenal job with pretty minimal experience doing surgeries.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is awesome.
I had a great teacher though.
Yeah.
A really great teacher.
So, I mean, we think about our people complain about our medical system back here or whatever, but just the fact that they don't even have access. Well, you said one doctor, but to get these surgeries done, we have to wait a week. We have to wait 10 days. These people may have to wait for you to come back next year.
Yeah. That's the exact same thought that I had. Some of these people wait a year or 2 years, or we do the exact same surgery on them there that we do here, and we give them no pain medication. They're more grateful. They don't complain. It's actually pretty remarkable.
It's more than remarkable. You're doing, as they always say, you're doing God's work, man. You guys are really doing. So how did you get involved with this?
So I work with Dr. Cervone at Peconic Bay Medical Center, and Eric's girlfriend, Jackie, I worked with her. She went the year prior and said she had a great experience. So I thought I'd jump on board.
Awesome.
That's
awesome.
Great.
Yeah.
Any stories you could tell us about any of the patients that really, I'm sure they all move you, but is there, 1 or 2 stories that really hit home?
I think one of the coolest things was some of these people have no transportation to this hospital, and they come from hours away, and some of them take 3 or 4 buses to get there, and then they have the surgery, and then it's late in the afternoon. So some of the other members that came with us helped coordinate or even donated money to get them a cab or some sort of transportation back to their home. And even $5 was a huge difference to them. Just sending them home and giving them an extra $5 to get there was some of the best experience.
We're going to throw up some pictures. If you and Eric can describe just randomly here, what are we looking at here, guys?
That's your local Uber.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's a guy with a truck who drives around, just picks everybody up. And there's Jackie on the right, I believe. Dr. Cervone's on the left. And Maggie.
Who's this guy?
That's me with the EMS team standing by just in case Matt did a really bad job on a case. But the funny part was I don't know where they were going to take him because we're in the middle of nowhere.
That's what I was just going to ask you. How far is the closest hospital?
About 2.5 hours away.
Wow. So is this the whole team?
That is the last day wrapping up. That's the El Salvadorian team with our American team down there. So that's all the volunteers.
Where did you guys stay?
On site in the clinic.
Were there bed, like you'd say, the cots?
Yeah, about down the hall from where this picture was taken. It looks pretty similar to this. It's just bunk beds and a dormitory. So,
all right.
Yeah.
And these are all okay.
That's a gentleman that
is he missing a leg there?
Yes, and he's one of the gentlemen that we supported. He didn't have any money to get back to have his other leg amputated the next week, so he received a wheelchair donation, and we put some cash in his pocket.
Hold on. This gentleman had 2 leg amputations.
So he's had the first leg amputated, obviously, and the second one's already condemned, but he didn't have the money to come back and get the other one taken care of with his doctor. So we made sure that wasn't going to be an issue for him.
Wow.
So
yeah, because that could be life-threatening if he's yeah.
A lot of these problems, hernia to us in New York and America, it's a routine procedure.
Yeah.
Down there, if left untreated.
Is this your girlfriend?
That can kill you. So, yep, there's Jackie with the kids that came by.
Oh, they just came by. This kid didn't have a procedure done.
No. So we did do a few pediatric cases. Dr. Neer can speak about that, but this was a group that was received some dental and underwear and socks and
nice.
some essentials.
Nice.
There's Dr. Neer, Dr. Cervone, and myself. This is the final day. We went down to the beach to check out the sunset.
Well earned.
So do you gather up things for like the kids in the dental? Like you gather that as all year long and
pack them in our suitcases and we fly them down there, hand delivered. So yeah.
And who paid for the trip?
Donations. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, we made a small donation. I don't know if you noticed.
Yes, you did. Thank you very much.
We would like to do more. If you're going to go back next year, we'd like to try to do a show to raise some money with you guys. Have a little fun before you go. Laugh a little bit. Bring all your friends and family, and let's try to raise some money to help you out.
That would be amazing. Thank you.
That would be fun. That would be fun. So, is there anything else you want to add about the trip?
No, I mean, it's good to get the word out there. I think there are tons and tons of medical missions across the world, and a lot come from the U.S. And I think local support is super important.
Guys, is there a website that people can go to check out what you do and how they can help?
Yes, you can go to Medical Mission International. And you could also check out our GoFundMe page, which is gofundme.com/SOS2024. And that's Send Our Surgeons 2024.
So Medical Missions International is the name of the program. So if I would Google, if I'm a student, which I am, right? And I can only remember Medical Missions International. I Google that. I could probably find the Facebook page and the website from there. I would think, right?
It's fireman easy.
Right. Now you're talking. I was talking to a lawyer a few months ago, and he was trying to explain something to me, and I wasn't getting it. And an ex-FDNY chief worked for him, and he said, "Hold on a second." And he called the chief in the room, and he said, "Chief, explain this to John." And the chief looked at me and said, "Hey, stupid." And I looked at the lawyer and I go, "That's how you talk to a firefighter." So, we'd love to be a little part of this in memory of my guys that were lost on 9/11 and continue to be lost, to help you guys with something, whatever it is, because it's I always wanted to do something where we'd raise money for water, like when they have those
clean drinking water,
with this, and I can't comprehend that. We have water all over the place, and there are people who don't even have water. What you guys are doing is so similar. They don't have medical treatment. There are people waiting in line to get this treatment, and you guys fly out there and do this on your own dime, and it's awesome. It's really awesome. It's very impressive.
Some of the most proud, kind, loving people you ever meet.
I believe it.
So very proud.
Oh, even the Salvador. I was talking about you guys. Oh,
no.
Oh, I'm sure they're very appreciative.
No, yeah. No complaints. Very grateful.
Yeah. Well, that's great. That's great. Do you have a date for next year yet?
No. We'll probably figure it out in probably November, December.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let us know, and I'll work through Eric, and we'll do something.
Thank you.
All right. So thanks for taking the time. I know it was last minute, so I really appreciate you coming on.
Of course. Thank you, guys.
All right. God bless you. Great work. You know what? Well, we'll go to break. We'll come right back. Thanks, Jose.
All right. Is everybody having a good time tonight or what? That's what I thought. All right, so we are live, Paradise Studios, New York. Give yourself a round of applause for coming out tonight. Woo!
I saw the market was down today. I go, you know what? Time to throw some cash in the stocks that I own, right?
Yeah.
Now I start withdrawing from here. TD Bank, Capital Bank, Chase. I'm putting money out left and right, right? One stock I just wanted to throw it on. I picked one stock. I think I picked a Walmart. I took all that money out of those 5 different accounts. Boom, $50 on Walmart. Wow. Bam. Withdrew a lot of all different accounts. Total, bam, $50. So the joke there was I withdrew from a few different accounts and only did the $50. Right. I think the joke was lost.
You went with the low risk.
I got
account.
You, Bobby got it. Thank you, Bobby.
You got it. Good one.
See how he wants us to continue doing our show
Bobby,
here.
I still don't
get it. He said,
get
John,
it.
good
you
one.
You took a lot out.
5 different accounts, but I only have $50. Pulling money out, I only have $50. And we're back. Laughter Saves Lives Live. Bat with Pat Marone.
Chef Pat is back.
Bat with Pat Marone?
Bat with Pat Marone. At Bat. See, you jinxed me. Right? He said, didn't he say to be everything he says?
Yeah. You were smooth
so beautifully,
for a while. You were smooth.
So wonderfully. All right, so Patty's back. So so you're doing this chef thing, you work there, but you also do some stand-up comedy.
Yes, I do.
How long have you been doing stand-up comedy?
10 years.
10 years.
It'll be 10 years in August, yeah.
Let me tell you something about Patty on stage. Funny guy, very likable guy up there. A little edgy. Would you say you're a little edgy?
No.
No, he's not edgy.
I don't think I'm edgy.
No, he's a little rounded around the edges.
I'm not edgy.
Are you working on? I asked this to we had a really good comic on a few weeks ago, and I asked him. Did that go for a second?
I heard you.
I asked him, what are you working on?
I'm not Rich Walker, huh?
Well, I wasn't Rich. I asked him, what are you working on? Like my material comes to me. I don't sit and write ever. Obviously, you see my acting. He doesn't write. You know, it's just over the course of the day, things come to me, and I'm like, it sounds funny. Let me throw it out there. And I think with stand-up, when you just don't care anymore, you just throw it out there. Let me see if it works or not. You don't get too nervous about it. That's when you deliver stuff even better, and it may work.
Yeah, I had a lot more callback. I had not a lot more, but I had some callbacks. I don't have as much time to invest in my comedy. So, like I say, when I write, I see something that happens, and then I come up with it that way. I wish I can get to the open mics more. Like, I really miss going to the open mics more, but I don't have as much time. But
I have to. God bless with the open mics, because for me, at this point in my career, not that I'm a big shot or whatever, open mics only drag me down. Because I can't get a true test of my. You can't.
I feel the same way. They depress me.
I love them because it works out. I worked out so many jokes in the open mic. I don't care what the reaction is, because I know there's all comics there, but you just keep saying it in the room with a microphone.
I guess
it makes you stronger. And even when you do those music open mics, and me and Tugboat used to do.
Those are tough.
Oh, they were great. They make you stronger, because when you get into a real nice crowd and all your jokes hit, it's great. I think it makes you a better comedian.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah. For me, I don't like.
It hasn't worked on me yet, but I think it makes you a better.
You keep trying. Maybe at the 20-year mark. Maybe at the 20-year mark. So we're both big Met fans. All three of us. What am I talking about? All three of us.
Keep leaving Roseanne out. They're losing 7-2 right now.
No, are they really?
Yeah.
We're getting killed here.
I love that they're consistent.
I love the Mets for a number of reasons.
I love them unconditionally, but they frustrate me.
But it goes beyond baseball, because my father was a Dodger fan, and he wasn't going to root for the Yankees. He wasn't going to root for the Giants when they left a town. He wasn't going to root for the Yankees when the Giants and the Dodgers left town. So when the Mets came into existence, a lot of those Dodger fans just dove right in.
My father was a big Gil Hodges fan.
Yep.
But I watched since '73. I started watching since you get to know me. I was in Little League, but my first game was in '74. My father took me, and I was hooked ever since that. It was in the mezzanine. The Mets were playing the Reds. Bud Harrelson, Pete Rose was there, and they had the big red machine. But when you first walk out, remember Shea Stadium, when you go out to the mezzanine, you don't see the field when you come in. When you first come through that tunnel and you see that green grass, it was like a high. And a young kid, it was like, oh my God.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Shea was great.
Yeah, Shea was. Shea wasn't great.
It wasn't
for us. It was.
It was great for us. I used to have my father bring me in the back where the players come in, and I'd see Mazzilli come in his IROC Camaro.
Oh,
nice. I mean, you used to see the players coming. I used to drive.
Hang out.
He had me out on Banner Day. We were on Banner Day once. He's cursing on the field. He's got a cigarette hanging out of his mouth. I'm walking past the Pirates dugout, and he's got a cigarette. And I'm looking in awe. I'm seeing Willie Stargell, Dave Parker, and all these guys. And my father's going, "What the hell are you doing?" I go, "Dad, look, it's Dave Parker, Willie Stargell." He goes, "F Dave Parker, Willie Stargell. I'm going to end up in the dugout." I go, "You can't talk like that to Dave Parker anymore."
I was working FDNY hazmat at the Yankees Boston Red Sox playoff game. So we would have hazmat teams at the playoff games. Mets versus Yankees hazmat teams. Mets versus Pirates. Nobody cared if there was a terrorist attack. You wouldn't have anybody there. It'd
be empty.
Yeah. So I'm walking around at Yankee Stadium. I wasn't familiar with Yankee Stadium. I didn't really go to a lot of Yankee games, and really none. But I was working the event, and I had to go to the bathroom. So I have all my gear on, and I find the bathroom, and now I come out and I go, which way was it? To go, and I open this door, and there's this ridiculous Boston Red Sox fan standing there with a full Pedro Martinez uniform on. And I go, look at this freaking idiot. Then I look around and I go, I'm in the bullpen. That's Pedro Martinez.
Wow.
I go, before I get on camera, let me get out of here.
Oh my
it was
God.
Pedro Martinez. The idiot firefighter went through the wrong door.
And you know us.
I love how that nobody stopped you. That's great.
I had my uniform on.
And you know us as Met fans, we can't stand the Yankees.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the most true. I know a lot of people, the newer generations, they say, "How do you not like them? They're New York team." It's just a thing. You just don't like them.
Yeah. You're right, Patrick. Patrick Shea was great. Yep. The first game.
You know what it is? I don't like the fans.
Well, they're very
so
very
smug,
how do you call it? Yeah,
they're very passionate.
Yeah. They
but
talk down.
They've won. They've won so many World Series. But
funny story,
how many World Series has the Yankees won? Wait, since the Mets were in existence, more than the Mets, but they always call back. We won 27. Yeah, but Mets weren't even born yet.
Yeah,
but they still won.
But funny story, I was invited to a golf outing Monday. Friends of mine, but I was busy at work, couldn't take off. So my friend Ralphie's a big Yankee fan, and Stevie, they're both Yankee fans, and my friend Danny. So anyway, they're at this golf outing, and it was a really fancy club and everything. And who's there? He sent me a picture of Mariano Rivera. So they send me the picture, and I go right on the bound. I go, thank God he didn't go.
We just went to the Marty Lyons fundraiser. We did the comedy show. Were you on that show? No.
Yes, I was. Yes, I was. I was the MC.
I went to the fundraiser for the draft, the NFL draft.
Yeah.
Marty Lyons was there, but there was a bunch of old Jets there, old-time Jets. Not that I'm a football fan. I don't really know
I'm a big
them.
Jet fan.
I should ask you. I had an extra ticket.
I couldn't make it. I know you
I did ask you.
Me. Yeah.
Good. All right.
I wanted to go. I would have loved it.
Yeah. So I went. I didn't know any Jet players. But the funny part is there was a guy there. I don't remember his name. Let's say his name is Tim Lee. I don't remember his name.
Tim Lee.
Joe Klecko?
Interesting choice.
No.
Joe Klecko and Marty are very.
So I said to my son and Mark, they were wearing. I made them wear Laughter Saves Lives, jackets just to walk around. I said, let's take a picture with Marty. And my son says, that other guy, Tim, I had him in a fantasy football thing 6 years ago. And the next game, he threw 5 interceptions. And it's a running joke with my friends.
I know.
He said, let's get on. Could you ask him to take the picture? Because my friends would get a kick out of it. But he looks at me, he goes, don't say anything to him. Like, don't embarrass me, my son says, about the football draft. So I get, hey, Marty, can you get, what's his name up here? Yeah, we get up on the stage. You go, my son had you. My son is sitting there. Go, shut up.
Oh my God.
The guy got a kick out of it. But it was a lot of fun.
I don't want to change the subject.
Well, we only got a minute.
Are we going to see the meatballs?
Oh, what? We could
listen. They can log. No, they don't have to see it on
Isn't there just a
They
picture?
can go to my YouTube page.
Yeah. All right. Tell me. We'll show them next week. Go ahead. Go to the YouTube page. Where do you find them?
Go
Patty?
to patmarone.com. You got YouTube page, all the things. You can find them.
I'm sorry, Patty. I was actually feeling a little time there. I couldn't.
That's all right. We're talking about the Mets. Once you talk about the Mets, you can't stop.
Bobby, please make sure we show the meatball video.
You got to show
week.
the meatballs. This is the enticement.
Yeah.
Now they have it on file. They can show the meatballs as a commercial. You know, they can.
So next week we'll have Patty's meatballs. We're not gonna have Patty, but we'll have Patty's meatballs next week. 11/22 is the gala. This Friday we'll be at the Williston Park Fire Department. I don't know if there's tickets left. Go on the website, take a look.
That's always a great show.
It's a great show. Tom DiDario's headlining. Mary Capone, John Santo, and a new comic, Tom Ellison, is doing a few minutes.
Oh, nice show.
And the boxing match, June 6th for the Tunnel to Tower.
Who's fighting? You against Santo?
No. Here's Aragona's Comedy, Roseanne Sorrentino. This is our show we're doing with them for the part of the Heroes Tour. That's going to be a good night.
It's going to be a good night.
We'll see you next week. Laughter saves lives.
Live.
Patty, give a live.
Good night.
Live.